everyone! In this video, I will share about my N400 application interview experience. So if in my last video, I shared how I filed my N400 application, this time I will share about my interview experience. So I submitted my application on February 19 of 2022, and 2 days after, I received the notification about my interview schedule. So I had my interview last April 18 of 2022 in Norfolk, Virginia. This is my interview notice that I received from the mail about my interview schedule. So it has my name and it says please come to this address, which is in Norfolk, Virginia, and the schedule and the time. The time of my interview is 10:30 in the morning. I arrived in the USCIS office 30 minutes before 10:30, but they will not let you in unless it's 15 minutes before the scheduled time of your interview. So when I arrived at the USCIS office, I approached the guard and told them about my purpose of why I am there. So they asked for the interview notice and my ID, and then the normal protocol of inspection. Then they let me in after that. So after the guard inspection, I went to the receptionist, and then I told the receptionist about my purpose, why I'm there, and she asked for my interview notice and my green card. The receptionist checked on the computer if I really have the schedule for the interview that day, and then she told me to go upstairs and just giving me direction where to go. And then she told me to wait there until your name will be called. So I sat down, and then maybe 2 or 3 minutes after the officer called my name, and then he directed me to his office. He started the process, the interview process. Prior to arriving to the USCIS office, I am really praying that there is a nice officer who will do my interview that day. And thankfully, the officer is really super nice. So when he called my name, he directed me to his office, and he said that you remain standing and raise your right hand, and I swear an oath that I will tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And then I sat down, and then he told me that he will start in the civic test, like 10 questions, but if I answered 6 correctly, he will stop from there. Then the reading and writing test, and then after that, he will go through the application form. So some of the questions that I remember is, where is the Liberty Island? Name one reason of civil war, or when did we vote for president? Who is the current president of the United States? Those are what I remember, and I forgot about my reading and writing test, but it came so quick. He went through the application. The only thing that I remember that he asked me about my form is, are you still self-employed? And I told him that yes, I am. And then the yes or no questions in the N400 form. And then there's no definition, but if ever he asks me, I will just say what I know. But apparently, fortunately, there is no definition. And then he told me that I passed my interview. So he gave me this paper, which is like, you pass the English test and the US history and government test. And then congratulations. So which is the decisions was already made, because he checked the congratulations, your application has been recommended for approval. So I'm so happy because the interview is really quick, and he's really nice. And then after that, he told me that wait for like 30 days up to 60 days for my oath-taking ceremony. So yeah, that's what happened during my interview. It did not take long before I received the notification for my oath-taking ceremony schedule. But hopefully I can share that experience on my next video. But to finish up, I want to share about the things that I did that helps me prepare and pass my naturalization interview. First is to review. If you are an immigrant of this country, normally you are not familiar with the American history or the civic test questions. So there's a lot of online tools that you can use in order for you to help be ready for your interview, like YouTube or like some online apps like Citizen Now. I use the Citizen app now, and what I did is take a time every day. Since the time I applied for N400, I downloaded the app. I think it has a fee, just minimal fee, and then I took a time every day to listen to the 100 civic test questions, and I became familiar as the day get close to my interview. So there are several YouTube videos that can really help you be ready. Another thing that helps me is prepare all the documents that you need to bring a day after. All the documents that you need to bring will be listed on your interview notice, so better check it out. So prepare it a day after, so making sure that you will not forget anything. My part, made a copy of all the documents that I uploaded when I did my online application, like the green card, tax transcript. So tax transcript, you can request on it on the IRS website, and then marriage certificate. So all these things, yeah, make sure you bring it with you on your interview. Another thing that helps me is to dress properly. I know there's no dress code required when you attend your citizenship interview, but for me, it just gives me a confidence that I'm going to attend one of the most important interview in my life. Another important thing is be there early, don't be late. Smile, greet everyone. Yeah, just be on your friendliest self, and strike a conversation if you can. So there are also other people there who are waiting. If you can strike a conversation. I know it's not important, but for me, it makes me feel relaxed before I'm meeting the person who will interview me. Next thing is relax. So if you review, I'm pretty sure that you will answer all the civic test questions and American questions correctly. And the reading and writing tests are really easy. I'm pretty sure of that. And then if you also review your N400 form and you are familiar with all the answers you put in all those questions, I'm sure that you will answer everything well. One last thing, whether the decision will be made right after your interview or at a later date, thank the officer for his time. Just be thankful that you are done with the interview process, and you will just be waiting for the decision. So whether you are still planning to apply for N400 or you are just waiting for your N400 interview schedule, or the decision for after your interview, I wish you a big God bless you. That's all, guys, and thanks again for watching. Bye!